Hi, my name is Duck, and I'm one of the administrators here on photoMENTORIS.com. Today I want to walk you through a little tutorial on how to share images on the forum. Before I do that, let me give you a little bit of background information. While the forum accepts a wide variety of image formats, it is strongly suggested that you stay with the JPEG format. It's the most stable across multiple platforms, and it's viewable by all browsers on the internet. The other limitation is that you're limited to a file size of 1920 pixels across and 1080 pixels down, which is standard HD format, so 1920 by 1080. So in your image editor, you want to make sure you reduce your image size to at least those dimensions. Other restrictions are that you're restricted to no more than 6 images per post. While we do have a 6 image limit, it is strongly suggested that you don't confuse your viewers too much with an overabundance of images and just keep to at least 2 or 3 images. The only caveat to that is if you're asking for a critique. At that point, because it is a critique on a specific issue, it is suggested that you stay with the one image that you're asking a critique for. All right, that being said, let's get into the forum and how to upload images. There are two ways of sharing images on the forum. One is to embed it into the post and the image will reside in our server. The other one is to link from an outside hosting site into the forum. All right, and I'm going to show you both methods and I'm going to explain the pros and cons of each. All right, so let's go over to the forum. And the first thing I want to do is I want to say, okay, I have an image here that I want to share. It's basically a multiplicity shot that I took a few years ago of me around a pool table, and I want to share it with the community. So I have that image there already prepared and ready to go. If we scroll down, we're going to see that there's a bunch of forum boards: classroom, the meeting room, projects and challenges, image showcase, image critique, and a pro photographer's corner. Each one of these have a very specific purpose, but for sharing images, the two main ones are the image showcase and the image critique. All right, in this case, what I want to do is I want to showcase that image of myself around the pool table. So I'm going to go ahead and click on image showcase. And if we notice, we have a whole list of available subject matters. What you want to do is you want to pick the most appropriate for your particular image. And you have to understand that some images can bridge multiple subjects. So you want to pick the best one. So in my case, I can put it into the people showcase because I'm a person and it's about people, multiple people of me. Or I can put it into the artistic expression simply because it's a little bit more artistic representation because I'm placing myself in multiple positions. So it all depends on what my intentions are for the particular image. In this case, the artistic expression overpowers the fact that there's people in the image, so I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Once we are in that particular forum, you're going to see that there's going to be a list of topics that other people have already posted to. You're going to come up here to the top where it says New Topic, and you're going to head and click on that, and that's going to open up the post editor. It's a very typical text editor. You're probably very familiar with these. And you're going to go ahead and write in whatever you want to write. Hey, folks, check out this image of me playing pool with myself. All right, I'm going to enter a couple blank lines. So I've written the text. Now I want to embed my image. We scroll down to the bottom, we're going to see 3 tabs: Options, Attachments, and Poll Creation. We're going to click on Attachments, and we're going to then click on Add Files. This is going to bring up a file browser, and you're just going to go ahead and navigate to where you posted your image for uploading. In this case, I have it in my social media folder. Once I have it selected, I'm going to go ahead and click on Open, and it's going to put it into the upload queue. So here it is. It's showing the image, the file name, and then I have a couple of options. I can either place it in line or I can delete the file. If I decide I want to place it in line, what it does is wherever the caret is in the text editor, at that point, that's where it's going to enter a shortcode. The shortcode is basically the forum's way of formatting the file, the image, into the text. If you decide you don't want to place it in line, what it's going to do is it's going to, whatever you write in the post, it's going to put all your images after that. Additionally, you have a place where you can make a comment about your file, and you can either enter like the title of the image, or maybe a little commentary about the image. In this case, I'll go, me playing with myself. Okay. Once that is all set, you can go ahead and preview it if you like. This would allow you to see what the post looks like, be able to double check, make sure you don't have any misspellings, and make sure everything is flowing properly. All right, so you can see there it is. Hey folks, check out this image of me playing pool with myself. And there's the little tagline that I attached to the image. All right. Additionally, if you want, you have access to all these little smileys here. You can go ahead and go to town. This is a great way of conveying what it is that you're trying to express in the written text. As you all know, when you read something, you don't always get the intent of the writer. So this is a great way for you to say, hey, you know, I'm saying this lightheartedly. See, I got a smiley face. No, I'm very serious. This is my angry face. All right. These emoticons just allow you to really enhance the text. All right. So in this case, it's tongue in cheek. So I'm going to go ahead and do a rolling on the floor laughing. Once I'm all set, I just click on the submit. Oh, and it gave me an error. All right, what I forgot to do was I forgot to give this a title, title to my post. So in this case, I'm going to go multiplicity image of me. Okay. All right. Now that that's all set, I click on the submit button, and there it is. It is posted to the forum. Now people can come in, and if they want to do a quick reply, say, hey, you know, that's fantastic, okay? And basically give you little attaboys. All right, so that's how to embed an image. Now, the benefit of an embedded image is that no matter what happens outside of the forum, this image will always stay with the post. So one of the drawbacks of having a linked image is sometimes when we go through a little bit of housekeeping, we tend to remove images, or we tend to change images within our hosting site, and sometimes that'll break the link. So by embedding it, you're guaranteed that your image will always be with the post. Because we are a teaching site, it is strongly suggested that if you write a tutorial, any images you upload in support of that tutorial, make sure they get embedded. You don't want linked images to a tutorial, simply because if anything happens to those linked images, it kind of renders that tutorial ineffective. Okay. All right, so that's how to embed an image. The next thing we want to do is maybe link an image. Okay. If you want a little bit more control over your images, this is a great way of doing that by linking to them. All right, so I'm going to go back to the home page, and for this I have images saved on my SmugMug site. Okay, and I'm interested in sharing this particular image of the seascape of Monhegan Island. All right. What the first thing we need to do is we need to get the link to that particular file. All right, so in the case of SmugMug, if I click on the image and I go to share, it's going to give me the opportunity to copy the link to that image. Flickr has the same thing. PhotoBucket has the same thing. And I'm sure a lot of other image hosting sites also have the same thing. In this case, SmugMug allows me to choose the size of the image that I want to share. And in this case, I'm going to share the extra large size because it is well within the 1920 by 1080 limit set by the forum. So I'm going to click on that, and I can share the photo only. I can share an HTML version, or what we need is we need the BB code, because the forum is basically a bulletin board. So it uses BB code to format the images. Okay, so I'm going to go Control C to copy, or if you're on a Mac, it's Command C. So I'm basically going to copy this link to the my clipboard. I come back to the forum, and again, just like we did with the embedded image, what we want to do is we want to find the suitable place to post this. Now in this case, I'm asking for a little bit of feedback. I want the community to give me a critique. So I'm going to go to Image Critique. I'm going to find the appropriate forum for this, and in this case it's scapes. So this allows me to post anything that's a scape: landscape, cityscape, seascapes, etc. I'm going to click on that, and just like previously, here are all the other posts that people have posted. I'm going to click on New Topic. This time I'm not going to forget this. I'm going to put Monhegan Island Seascape. Okay. Now, because this is a critique forum, we want to make sure that we are providing whoever's going to be responding back, we want to give them some sense of what it is that we're looking for. All right. So whenever you post anything to a critique forum, you want to pose a question where you are having a problem with. All right. That way, you're not going to get a generic response. It's the old adage: if you ask 100 people, a generic question, you're going to get 100 generic answers, and none of them may be what you're looking for. All right, so here I'm going to ask, hey guys, I feel this is a little underexposed. What do you think? Question. Again, 2 lines. And this time, we're not going to go down to the bottom and click on the attachments, because we don't want to attach it as part of the forum service. Up here in the text editor, we have an insert image. You can tell by this little image icon. You're going to click on it once, and it's going to give you the short code, or the BB code, for embedding it. All right. So if you have the URL for an image, you can post it in there. However, in our case, I'm going to go ahead and delete that, because in our case, I went and got the BB code already formatted from SmugMug. So all I got to do is Control V or Control Paste. Okay. And it places the URL shortcode along with the URL to the image. And in addition, it also places a link, a hot link, back to my source. All right, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. All right, so once that's pasted in, I can go ahead and preview it. Again, we preview it to make sure that our post is looking good. All right, and it's rendering properly, and there it is. Okay, now if I hover over the image, you can see down in the bottom there that it's linking to my SmugMug site. All right, so by clicking on that image, it's going to open up exactly where the image resides on my server. All right, so this is a great way of linking back to a gallery of images. However, if you don't want that, you can always strip out that URL. All right, and after the first, in the shortcode here, after that first URL opening, and where it says image, okay, URL image, okay, we're going to take that URL out and the URL out, and we're just going to keep the image shortcode. Okay, so we've stripped the link that sends it off to my SmugMug page, and we're just keeping the link to the image within the image shortcode. Okay, so let me just show you what that looks like real quick. I'm going to do a couple of spaces, and if I click again on this image, you can see that's what the shortcode looks like with no URL embedded into it. Okay, that way you can see what the differences are. All right. All right, once that's done, I go ahead and click on submit. And there is my post ready for all kinds of comments back on the post. So there you go, folks. Two different ways of sharing images on the photoMENTORIS site. You could either embed it or you can link it from your hosting site. There's pros and cons, whichever one works best for you. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next tutorial.